Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for giving me this platform to talk to us all. This is not about our sisters, but it's all about us as a Muslim community to come to understand that Islam has not limited women in the scope of governance, leadership, finance, business, or any other thing, but it's a society that has given us that scope. And so we fail to come to understand that we are all inclusive when it comes to societal leadership and development. Before I go on, I want to say a very big thanks to all the people on the high table, our lecturers, guest speaker, and everybody that is here. My name is Amina Ariswan, and I was a former Women's Commissioner of Tesnubo University in 2021 and 2022, and alhamdulillah, I come back once in a while to impact on the various things that I have learned by the grace of Allah. How many of us feel very sad when we hear that our sisters, younger sisters, are limited in their various schools because they are Muslims, especially when it comes to their hijab? How many of us in our communities or in our tribe or in our clan that we still have the idea that a woman's place is within the kitchen? How many of us still hear some of our uncles or fathers or even mothers say that because you're a woman, you need to limit your education, definitely you will end up in a man's home, and so do well to know house chores or learn more house chores than your academic work? I'm not expecting an answer because I know it's definitely and still happening. And how many of us think that the purpose of a woman is mostly not about coming up with your passion, your dreams, and your purpose, but if you have anything, calm down, lower your voice, don't speak up, don't share your knowledge on certain things because you are made to do so. How many of us think that these things are still in our society, in our family, within ourselves? But I think I am here to remind us that if any religion or any faith has given women the power to lead in any spheres, then definitely it is only Islam. If any religion has given the women the power to be autonomous financially, to do well in security and safety, to do well in governance, to do well in leadership, in any form of development strategically, I believe it is Islam because we have proof, don't we? We do have the proof. Tell me which religion has given us, stated clearly, the right of women in their books and has given the women the power to lead. If not Islam, tell me which religion. But when these conversations comes up, at the end of the day, we try to do away with the importance of women attaining leadership positions in several other places. I've personally had debates with people within this university community. Some of them are not here anymore because they've graduated. But even last year on pages, I was one of the people trying to fight people who were coming up with the idea that because we are not meant to live religiously, then it totally counts that a woman is not supposed to lead a man even in governance. But who came up with that idea? This is not a religious aspect. This is a governance aspect. This is a religious aspect. This is a business aspect. So who came up with that idea that a woman should not lead when she wants to be the president, when she wants to be a general secretary, when she wants to be a women's commissioner? Who said it is only limited to her fellow women and not the entire world? We have Tanzania, we have the Muslim president. She's a female. She's strong, she's bold, she's outspoken. She's the commander and leader in the army of Tanzania. We have so many other women and we can't do away with women like Nana Fatima and Nana Aisha. Salama was a strategist when it comes to war. She sat with the prophet and helped him to put together a treaty with the people who were harming the Muslims during that time. Where was the European world? Where were those people who were saying that Muslim women are not allowed to lead? And these kinds of mindsets have gone deep within the hearts and minds of these or some of our sisters. And so they shield themselves even if they have the knowledge. They shield themselves even when they can do it. They shield themselves even when they have the capabilities because somebody within her faith will rise up against her and say that hide that thing, you're not supposed to come out. I'm not here to talk about marriage because I'm really there because I have no knowledge around that side. Recently, we saw the very same procedure when a judge was asked what I thought on Muslim women, or no, I think Muslim students who are in Islam. I bet you that if this answer was given to another Muslim woman who is a judge, she will answer it differently. Ask me why. Because in Islam there is nothing like compulsion of religion. So even if you are within us or among us, we allow you to practice your faith. I see the answer she gave. She said, once it's within the confines of the faith of Christianity, and you're not allowed to wear hijab, you're not supposed to wear hijab. And she's right. But imagine that we had a Muslim judge there. She would inspire more Muslim women to go there. She would inspire more of our sisters to go there. But we are the same people who come out and say, and just things that are not even go on contrary to what she wants to attain or what she wants to go for. Somebody wants to go for presidency. And we are saying that because of Islam, a woman must not lead in Salah. So it means that she must not lead in leadership and governance. Meanwhile, we had Salama who gave about more than 300 hadiths when the Prophet was no more. We had the wives, the daughters of the Prophet Muhammad, sharing innovations. And we have Muslim women after these women who have done so many things. Tell me where the first university came from. Tell me how we had it done so long and then they came. Do you think if it wasn't a Muslim, we would have that long gown after graduation? Do you think we will have that? No. So we've been in existence. We have legends who are Muslim women who paved the way for us, who have given us the opportunity to also thrive. Before I end, I want us to understand that there are more important issues that we need to discuss than only criticizing people when they want to stand up. We can give guidance, but in several other institutions or a certain particular field, when they see that their own is coming, they capture you and they give you the guidance. They don't want you to grow by yourself, because when you want somebody to grow by themselves and they cultivate any form of habit that they have become comfortable with, or contrary to what Islam says, it's not the person's fault. It's a world that needs to be guided. It's a world that needs mentorship. It's a world that needs reform. It's a world that needs understanding of each other. And don't forget that when it comes to Islam, our faith are different levels, just like a university. Somebody will be at the tertiary year 1, other will be at the tertiary year 2, tertiary year 3, and tertiary year 4. It differs. So let's come together and understand individuals. If somebody rises up, whether a man, whether a woman, whether a female, whether a woman, as far as she is trying with the adini, if her dressing is not going well, find a pleasing way to talk to her. Don't go straight and say, this is haram, you go to hellfire. Who dare want to go to hellfire? Who wants to go to the hellfire? Of course, nobody. So let's find a pleasing way of talking to people, but not just entry to their minds, to their hearts. But when something is coming from your heart, it differs from what is coming just from your head. So I'm pleading with, it's an election year. That is what was important for me to go to stand and tell you that, see, it was despicable last year hearing a lot of things, but we can change the status quo. We can make it different. We want to see ourselves. Most of us are upcoming, we are yearning, we are working, we are putting in the effort, and we are trying to put together a dini and our streams together so that we don't fall out of shape. And let me tell you, it's not easy as you see it. It's not easy. You have to give up a lot of things, emotionally, psychologically, financially, spiritually. You have to revive yourself each and every day. And if somebody is working this is solemn and just wake up, use one clause but there are so many, let me say, interpretations to it. Just use that alone to defeat that person's intention, to defeat that person's dream in life. Ask me if Allah will deal with you properly. Not that we've not had women who fled, not that we've not had women who are wise, not that we have been giving women paved way for us. We have been giving the way earlier before us. Now let's say peace be upon them. They have led the way before us. They have showed us how to go about it. What is the institution that you think a woman can do in Islam? Especially when it comes to leadership, when it comes to governance. And don't say because we are emotional. Everybody's emotional. There's a saying that men are logical and women are always emotional. They add emotions to things. Let me tell you, emotions is with every single individual. Logic is with every single individual. Where your logic is start from, it might end from your end. And where my emotion will end, it might start from your end. So let's be careful. How, because I have been through it. When I was in the university, I was campaigning, even though I was an Athens Chamber member. I came to later, I came the most sometimes, and I was just, trying to get better Muslim. Because when I came, the people that were before us, and Sister Marjana, Sister Aisha, and Paul, I fell in love with the way they were practicing the Islam. So I was following that path. But you got to a point, people will be pointing hands at you and say, because of your surname, you are not a Muslim. So you join Islam because of books. How will this make somebody who is falling, because you don't know who is falling secretly. You don't know who is going through a particular challenge secretly. Do you get it? So I'm pleading with, it's another election. Let's come together. Let's support people that can still stand for leadership and still project the Islam for us on this campus. Because like it or not, this will go a long way to help your younger brother or sister, your niece or nephew, your children in the coming years, because somebody's profile will be read and that person will be inspired. But before I go, I just want to mention some of the few women who have done so incredibly well when it comes to Islam. Before the days of Aminatu, after the days of Aminatu, after the days of Salama, after the days of Nana Aisha, Zainab, and all these beautiful women, we have Mariam and Julia. She invented astronomical refinement and manufactured astronomical calculations in science and Islamic prayer faiths. We have Fatima Al-Fir, who founded the world's first university of Al-Quran and to provide advanced Islamic and secular education for both men and women. So she didn't say that it was for only women, but she did a university for both men and women, which means that we all can thrive at it, because Islam has given us the education of what to do and what not to do in public as a woman, what not to do in public as a man, what to do in secrecy, and all this. So if we are putting together certain things, we should make sure that we cannot leave the men behind, neither can we leave the women behind. So we need to put ourselves together to ensure that when a brother reaches his sister, also must get there. When a sister gets there, a brother must also reach there. We also have Zara Hadid. She's a revolutionary architectural designs and concepts. This woman challenged the traditional architecture and promotes futuristic, sustainable building designs. Hayat Cindy, point of care diagnosis devices, low-cost portable medical tools to provide affordable healthcare solutions in rural and undeserved areas. We also have Samira Mosa, pioneer research in atomic radiation for cancer treatment. Raja Ahmad Abdin, she also developed a herbal medical formulas recorded in early Islamic pharmacopoeia to provide affordable natural remedies for the sick in ancient Yemen. We have Dr. Munira Farko. She also invented the Brian invention, that's the educational reforms in women's spiritual development. I can go on and on and on and on, and and mention these women who've done well. In Ghana, we have Nigeria and Bahama, who also aided the policy reforms of decentralization and women's empowerment in government. I've always said that if really society abided well by the rules and regulations of Islam, especially as a whole community, we wouldn't have the idea of women empowerment. We wouldn't have the idea of feminism, because Islam has already given to us. We wouldn't have it. But because we overlooked certain things and we added our own culture, our own traditional culture. So if I'm a Muslim, I'm adding my culture to it as how we treat women. Then the people sit somewhere and define it as the culture of Islam. If I am a Ghan, I embed it with the Ghan culture and I say that this is how women are supposed to treat Islam. Truthfully, we know how the Prophet treated women. Give women the opportunity to come to him to share ideas. Give women the opportunity to challenge themselves. Give women the opportunity to thrive in their own God-given talent, skills, and strength. So what are we saying? What are we saying? All what I'm trying to say is that everybody can thrive. Everybody can do well. Whether we are a man, whether you're a woman, we all can thrive and do well in our respective purposes, in our respective path. And as I grow in women empowerment, I always say that I have come to reform the mindset that what men can do, women can do better, is not a right statement for our society, but actually what you can do it well. What I can do it well. Because even as men, they are unique, they are different. Even as women, they are unique and are different. And we can't all unbox ourselves and use a particular sex or gender as a status quo. But we can use what we find in ourselves as a status quo to guide ourselves and to implement things that befit ourselves and our society. Assalamu alaikum to you. This is where I end my message. My name is Aminatu. Thank you.